Up off net. Hold on. What is going? Yeah, we need this right. We can't halfway. What is going on with that? Up off net. Yeah. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao talking like a savage. Let's go. Let's go. Hit the Tyson, bam. Yeah, up off net. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, don't. All right, man, Lord. Yeah, look at who we have here. My man Thor's brother, Ellie Low-Key. What's going on with you? Common Man, what's going on with you? Alex, what's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man, Lord. First, I want to say this. Hit the like button. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao being a savage. Hit the Tyson bam. Let's go. Let's go. Now let's talk about those things. We have a few things we have to cover today. We have to cover Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao saying that Keith one-time Thurman is faster than Errol the True Spence, so he'll beat Errol the True Spence, but it will be a good fight. The key word is will be a good fight. Not if they fight, it will be a good fight. But he also said that he's talking about fighting Conor McGregor. We'll talk about that too. Oops. Also, let's talk about Keith one-time Thurman cutting off the ponytail. Keith cut off the ponytail, talking about Errol the True Spence is ducking, saying that, what, you think beating the same guys that I beat is you beating me? Let's talk about that. We're going to get on Keith a little bit too. So what's the word on Haney and Lopez? I mean, you know, from day to day, it's kind of like the same thing right now. We'll talk a little bit about Teofimo Lopez, what Eddie Hearn said about that. Talking about what Teofimo Lopez, what he wants and what he can get. We'll talk about those things too. Also, Evander the Real Deal Holyfield saying that he's negotiating, his team negotiating with Mike Tyson. We'll talk about that too. Also, if we can get around to it, Abel Sanchez said Errol the True Spence will defeat Terrence Bud Crawford. Hit the Tyson bell. And Mikey Garcia, he said that he'll fight Terrence Bud Crawford if Terrence Bud Crawford can get from under the top rank umbrella. Hit the Tyson bell. So we'll talk about that too. Hold on. He never relied on speed, efficiency, and technical. Okay, let's talk about that. Now, let me ask you guys, what do you guys want to talk about first? I think we should talk about Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao first. We already reached our 200, right? So that means we can start the show. Everybody, hit the like button. We got over 200 people. Everybody, please hit the like button. I'll give you a second while I get the Sunny Delight. And that's the Sunny Delight. Let me get a little ShowBizz orange juice. Delicious. Everybody hit the like button. Yeah. Pacquiao the GOAT. Okay, let's talk about that. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao had an interview. Now, I'm not talking out the side of my neck. I mean, it is what it is, right? Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, he had an interview, and he had an interview with Business Mirror. Now, he told Jose Ramirez, I think his name is. I'm sorry. If I got his name wrong, I am so sorry. From Business Mirror, he said that Keith one-time Thurman was faster than Errol the True Spence. He said Keith one-time Thurman would give him more difficulty than Errol the True Spence because Errol the True Spence is just not fast enough. He did say that Errol the True Spence was technically sound and he's a good fighter and it will be a tough fight. He also said that the only thing that held him back from fighting was COVID. So that led him to talking about Conor McGregor. He said that he'll fight Conor McGregor and have the proceeds go to donating to the COVID relief in the Philippines. You can't help but give him the Tyson bell on that. Now, before we talk about the matchup, facts are in the bank. Hit the Tyson bell. Before we talk about the matchup between Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao and Errol the True Spence, let's talk a little bit about the what if. Will Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao take on Conor McGregor? Well, here's the thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we got that kind of time. Hey, yo, ShowBizz, shout out me from the Philippines. Ave, what's going on with you? Shout out to you. Pacquiao would beat him. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, but let's talk about the possibilities of Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao taking on Conor McGregor. Now, I know they have the same manager, so I've been flip-flopping on this. I felt like, okay, it's a certain deal. They've been making all the steps towards him and Conor McGregor fighting. But Conor McGregor, weird, strangely enough, in a beautiful fashion, he shaved his head. And Conor McGregor, he's pulling the Keith one time, Thurman hit the Tyson bell. Conor McGregor is talking about fighting 3 times this year. And he's talking about in the UFC, hit the Tyson bell. Conor McGregor said that he wants to be a lightweight champion. He's taking on Dustin Poirier in a few weeks, right? January 23rd. I will be calling that fight live, and I'll be breaking down that fight even further. I already did it for like an hour 2 live streams ago. But he wants to fight Khabib on his return. He wants to be the lightweight champ. He is focused now on MMA. He's focused on MMA now. He made the turn. And I think, honestly, it's time in the bank. I think it's time to stop with the circus acts. I think it's time. Manny Pacquiao, he doesn't feel how I feel about him. Manny Pacquiao don't feel about his way that I feel about him. I feel that Manny Pacquiao is too old now. He wanted to cash out real quick and then leave. But Manny Pacquiao was saying he will beat Errol Spence when he fights him. So Manny is talking as if he's going to fight him. First of all, do you guys think Manny Pacquiao will fight Errol the True Spence? Because Manny Pacquiao says out of his mouth that he'll fight him and that he'll beat him because he's too slow. What do you guys think about that? Habib has a K in it, ShowBizz. I mean, the K knocked out has a K in it too, but it's knocked out, not knocked out, right? Knight has a K in it too. We're talking about Knight, right? Knife has a K in it too. You want me to keep going? All right. So from my understanding, his name is pronounced Habib. Now, hold on real quick. I don't want to see that Biz no cap. I want Conor to stay in UFC. Yeah. And really become a GOAT. Hit the Tyson bear. Manny is holding up the division. I feel the same way. I think if Manny Pacquiao, my man said, let him know, Biz. And I don't know if that was a pun or not, but no has the K in it. You don't hear the K there either. Now, here's the thing. I feel that if Manny Pacquiao takes on Conor McGregor, he should be stripped of the Super WBA title. I feel that way. My man says Spence won't sign it. Won't sign what? Spence isn't fighting Terrence Crawford because he wants Pacquiao. He wants Pacquiao more than anything. True, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Agreed. Yes, you got to strip Manny if Super WBA. I understand. But the thing is, the WBA should strip him because they're not a part of any conversation. Dude, they have a business to run. And Manny Pacquiao is the biggest name that's associated with their sanctioning body. And if with him not fighting since July 2019, that is a lot of money that they're not making, right? He's holding that all up. The other belt is held by Ugas. But then you talk about the heavyweight division, you got AJ and stuff like that. So they're doing fine there. Manny is all wrapped until he puts up the strap, no cap. My man, bars. Now, look. Let's talk about the matchup itself. Manny Pacquiao versus Errol the True Spence. Do you think Manny Pacquiao has some truth in what he's saying? Do you think Manny Pacquiao feels it is correct in saying that Errol the True Spence is too slow for Manny and Manny would beat him? How many of you guys feel that that's true? Just hit me with a true. Hit me with a true or cap. Jeff Horn did not beat Manny. No. He did. But I think Manny was robbed. Everybody go to busr.com/showbiz. Thank you so much, BK. Go there to place a bet on your favorite fights, especially Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. True, cap, true. Y'all really think Manny Pacquiao? Are y'all being huge fans of Manny Pacquiao, or are you really thinking about it? Cap, Pacquiao, sleep Spence. Cap, true, all cap. True. Okay. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. What beats speed? Holla at me. What beats speed? What beats speed? Holla at me. Man down. Timing. There you go, Victor. Hit to Tyson Bale. Mikey Garcia was faster than Errol the True Spence too. I'm just saying, a young Pacquiao would beat him. Yeah. No, timing beats speed, not power. So, Errol the True Spence was slower than Mikey Garcia too. There's something to say about a big guy with a great jab. Okay, it's something to say with just a strong big man with a very good jab. There's something to say about that, right? There's something to say about that. Now, I think Errol the True Spence would beat Manny Pacquiao on a very sad day. I think that day would be sad for all of us. I think Errol the True Spence breaks him down and could possibly stop him. I mean, I think it'll be a sad day. Pac-Man, a true warrior, and will pass the torch. Hit to Tyson Bale. So what I'm saying is this. It doesn't matter to me, the outcome. What matters to me is that I can't believe that Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao is going to fight this guy. Huh? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I've told you this time and time again what makes somebody great. I told you this time and time again. The fact that Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao is going to fight Errol the True Spence. He's talking like he's going to fight him. The fact that he's going to fight him says everything. Tapping into the truth with ShowBizz this morning. Absolutely hit to Tyson Bale. That says everything. I am not as concerned about a 42-year-old undersized welterweight in Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao beating Errol Spence. I'm more so just if they sign that fight and Manny looks at him at the weigh-in and stare down, I'll be like, this guy, I'm so blessed to be around boxing while he was fighting. I think Pac loses. I think so too. But you have to understand, my argument is this. If that guy sits there, little Manny Pacquiao looks up at Errol the True Spence at 42 years old, look up at him at his prime, I'll just be like, I'm so blessed. In the bank, hit to Tyson Bale. As a boxing fan, I'll say I'm blessed that I was here. 100%. If he beats him, Manny Pacquiao may be the greatest fighter of all time. In the bank. If he beats him, there is no question ever. There's already, what about Manny footwork? At 42 is my problem. He has good footwork, though. I'm talking about at 42. Okay, he's not forever young. But my thing is this. I already say consistently Manny Pacquiao is greater than Floyd Mayweather. I mean, I think it's apparent at this point. I think him beating Keith Thurman was enough for me to really seal it. I mean, it's just apparent to me. I think Floyd is a better fighter. I think Floyd, as far as skillful, I think Floyd is more skillful, and I think Floyd beats Manny Pacquiao 10 out of 10 times. But I keep telling you guys, Iran Barkley, he beat Tommy Hearns twice. Okay, Riddick Bowe beat Holyfield twice. Buster Douglas beat Tyson. But that doesn't mean Buster Douglas greater than Tyson. Riddick Bowe is greater than Holyfield. Iran Barkley is greater than Hearns. We could go on and on and on. All right? So in my opinion, Floyd Mayweather beats Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao is a greater pound-for-pound fighter to me than Floyd Money Mayweather. All right? Here's a Tyson Bale. In the bank. So that's what I mean by that. And if Manny Pacquiao were to take on Errol the True Spence, that's just poured more fuel to the fire that this guy at 42 years old, being a super WBA champion, fighting to unify with the WBC and the IBF, fighting against the #1 welterweight in the world in his prime, Errol the True Spence, on his way to greatness. Let's not get it confused. Errol the True Spence, what he's been putting together, I don't know, all the Errol the True Spence haters, y'all got to eat y'all crow. Y'all really need to stop, okay? Errol the True Spence is on his way to greatness. If Manny Pacquiao were to beat him, bro, there is no, I would start saying, well, Sugar Ray Robinson, Manny Pacquiao, Henry Armstrong, Willie Pep, it'll be like that. I mean, he'll be at the very, I mean, at that point, it's just over. It's just overkill. It's overkill. He doesn't have to beat Terrence Crawford at that point. If he beats them both, there is no question he's the greatest fighter to ever live. That's how I would feel. That's how I would feel. One of the best counterpuncher and has impeccable timing. Took him 4 fights to time Manny, the great Marquez. Only 3 ways to beat Pac. Robbery, May, 4 fights. That was back when Manny Pacquiao was at 42. Y'all, that's the thing you got to kind of, trickle in there. Manny Pacquiao was 42. All right. I mean, it's easier to time Manny at 42. All you need to do is look at the middle rounds when Keith one time Thurman was running away with the fight. You guys forget that though Manny Pacquiao beat Keith one time, Thurman, it was split decision, and Keith was beating him until Manny Pacquiao hit him with that body shot. I saw Manny age, and people want to Stevie Wonder it. I'm unbiased. I'm sorry. I see the fight for what it is. And I saw Manny Pacquiao, and I said, okay, yeah, I see it. I see it. Right? Then he hit him with that body shot. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because Keith Thurman was talking so much garbage. I was actually going against him. He was talking about God and crucifying him and all. I was really going against him at that point. When he hit him with the body shot, I said, thank goodness. Thank you to the boxing gods that Keith one time Thurman has a chandelier body. Okay. When he took that mouthpiece out, I was like, that right there saved him. That saved Pacquiao. Pac-Man, greater fighter. Floyd, the greater boxer. All right, hit the Tyson bell. We already at 17 minutes. There's so much to say. Defo a trickler at 42. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I really want him to retire after McGregor, get the payday, and call it a career. Yeah, the only reason why I want him to get a payday is because I want him. I like the idea that he's donating to the Philippines. He's a superhero. From what I understand, to the Philippines, he's a superhero. There hasn't been too many people like Manny Pacquiao for the Filipino people. So if he can, do more, and that means fighting McGregor is doing more, then okay, right? Okay. Jay Brown, Jay, King Kong, Jay. You mother. You on point like always, Biz. Thank you so much. Hit the Tyson bell. In the bank. Thanks for the super chat. Jay Brown's my guy. Man, Jay Brown's the dude, dog. Hold on. Let me get a little Sunny Delight. Top 5 cruiserweights. Not in any particular order. I'm not going to get that far. Thanks for the super chat, but I'm not going to get that far off of topic here. To start talking about it and really start thinking about the cruiserweights from all time, that that's going to be difficult. But thanks a lot for the super chat. Let's talk. Hold on, man. I'm hot. I'm hot, dog. My bad. I just came from the gym. Well, little nip slip. I just came from the gym, dog. Hold on. I'm hot. So we got some stuff to talk about since we're talking about Manny Pacquiao and what he said, because Manny Pacquiao said something else. Manny Pacquiao said something else that had me like, yeah, okay, I get it. Thanks for the super chat. What Manny Pacquiao said was this. Manny Pacquiao said, I think Spence lost a step since the accident. He said he thinks Spence lost a step since the accident. Hit the Tyson bell. Huh? Huh? That's very revealing. That's very revealing in the bank. I thought Errol the True Spence looked great. My man said he's wrong. I think Errol the True Spence looks great. But let me tell you what that also says to me. That also says that Manny Pacquiao isn't dumb. Hold on. I'll tell you what I mean. Hold up. Who that? Who that nation? Let's go. I think Pac-Man is better fighter than Spence. Spence doesn't have enough footwork and hand speed. For Manny, he does. He has enough. He has great footwork. He's very fast. That everyone always says Errol the True Spence is faster than you think. He has excellent footwork. I think to beat. I think he has enough of a lot to beat a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao. I do. I really do. I think a prime Manny, no. A 42-year-old Manny, yeah, I think he does. But let me tell you why I said Manny Pacquiao isn't dumb. Manny Pacquiao fought Keith one time Thurman. Here's the argument. Did he fight the best Keith one time Thurman? Did he fight the best one time? Did he fight the best one time? Boy. Oops. Then Manny Pacquiao says, I think Errol Spence lost a step since the accident. Me and him will be a good fight. Here's a Tyson bail. I'm not mad at that, though. Listen, I'm not mad at that, though. Let me tell you why I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that because Manny Pacquiao is 42 damn years old. That's why I said he's smart. You cannot say there's a lack of integrity for a 42-year-old man to look at Keith Thurman and saying that's best. I'll fight him now. It is not. Hold on, Thor's brother about to talk. Hold on. It is not a lack of integrity to say, hey, Errol Spence looked like he lost a step. Let's go now. Because I lost 5 steps. I'm an undersized welterweight. Never really a natural welterweight ever. And since I've been a welterweight, I only knocked out like one dude, right? He only knocked out like Batiste. His power was significantly different as a welterweight. And I'm old as balls. Here's the Tyson bail. One of y'all got to lose a step for me to take y'all. Somebody got to lose something. Terrence Crawford, he ain't lost nothing. I ain't fighting him. If y'all going to fight me, a 42-year-old me, y'all better get in a car accident or mess up an elbow or something. All right, hold on. Thor's brother, Pac, should not take this fight. I think he's a warrior. That's why he wants it. But he loses and his mouth will get him in trouble. Well, Thor's brother, that's why he should take the fight. People forget Pac is a blown up welterweight, 100% in the bank. Much love to you. All y'all. Hold on. Pac-Man beat the guy that beat Errol's last 2 opponents. But we just talked about him not being at his best when he beat him, right? Keith one time Thurman, right? We just said it. But to Thor's brother, who said, well, Manny Pacquiao shouldn't take him because I understand being a warrior, but that's only Floyd did what Floyd did. Okay? Only Floyd did what Floyd did. Dude, like I keep saying, Larry Holmes fought Mike Tyson and Holyfield. He passed the torch twice. Hit the Tyson bail. George Foreman fought Shannon the Cannon Briggs. Hell, Lennox Lewis tried to pass the torch against Klitschko. Stopped him due to cuts. Ali passed the torch to Larry Holmes, to Trevor Berbick. Passed it twice. Henry Armstrong passed the torch to Sugar Ray Robinson. It's what you do. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Terry Norris and Hector Camacho. It's what you do. It's what you do. I saw Evander Holyfield fight James Toney. You passed the torch. You passed the torch. That's what you do. Only Floyd decided to fight Berto, right? To keep himself squeaky clean because he was purposely trying to stay undefeated. That was his goal, to stay perfect. He knew he couldn't lose anything. So he decided to go the perfect route instead of the pass the torch route. That was his goal. He accomplished that. But for the most part, as old gritty warriors, you keep going until you find that guy who is here now to take your place. You pass him a torch. Say, here you go, youngster. It's yours now. Do something with it. I give you that. He a warrior. Yeah, Thor's brother. Absolutely. That's what you do. That's what you do. Spence is primed and ready. Father Time has regressed Pac. Yeah, to the point Spence wins. But Pac's greatness is the reason he gets in the ring with Spence. There you go. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this because we're a half hour in. We got so much to cover. Let's talk about Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. Let's try to do. I would really like to segue into what Abel Sanchez said, but we'll just do the cover. I got the thumbnail. Everybody hit the like button too. There's like 1,000 people in here. Only 300 likes. Please spend time. The 1.4 seconds to say boop. Just boop. Dude, the effort is non-existent. Just hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Floyd did pass the torch in a way to Canelo, to be fair. By whooping his ass for 12 straight rounds? That's not passing the torch. That's embarrassing a young... That's not passing the torch. Passing the torch was to fight Keith Thurman. Passing the torch isn't when you whoop... Look, when Muhammad Ali was doing the rope-a-dope with dokes and making them look stupid, that's not passing the torch. when Canelo Alvarez took a swing at Floyd and he hit the ropes and Floyd looked at it like, what the hell? You don't call that passing the torch. That's just whooping a young dude's ass. Floyd did pass. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Floyd pissed me off with that Berto move. Yeah, I was super pissed because I just knew Keith one time. Thurman was next. I just knew Thurman was next. I really did. Quit disrespecting Floyd. He fighting a young, hungry lion in Logan Paul. You made me Mr. Tyson Bell with that shit. What else we got? I'm late, but for the community. There you go, DP, my man. Everybody, please continue to hit the like button so more people can get in here. More people can be notified that we're actually doing this thing. Go to busr.com/showbiz. Make sure you do that. The link is in the description box, and BK has provided it. Make sure you place a bet on your favorite fights, including that Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor fight that's on January 23rd. I will be calling that live. Hold on. If Pac takes McGregor, then maybe he'll drop that belt. He should. I mean, it should be snatched from him. Ugas versus Thurman will be for the vacated belt. I thought it was Jamal James or something like that. Then Spence unify with the winner. That'll be beautiful. Hit the Tyson bell. So let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this. Evander the Real Deal Holyfield said that his team is in talks with Iron Mike Tyson team to make the third fight. The way Evander Holyfield is crazy. Okay, he's a warrior to a insane extent. Hold on real quick. Another super chat. He gave Canelo a boxing lesson and helped him learn a few things. That's why I say that. That's not passing the torch, though. The Berto fight was garbage truck juice, though. I mean, but no, that passing the torch is when you take on somebody for the title and he's the young and everybody, you know what I mean? Like, passing the torch would have been fighting your mandatory and Keith one time Thurman. You know, I'm not the catch weight and then, you know, fighting it. No, I'm talking about that was a great thing that Floyd did. Fighting Canelo, will always give him love for that, but he should have fought Keith one time Thurman to pass the torch. I really think he should have. Team Holyfield hit the Tyson bell. Team Holyfield, hit the Tyson bell. It's all good. So look, wait, I got another DP. Hit the like button, and if you're in the community, take a step further and hit the share button, and send to your friends and fam. That's DKSAB. What's that? I don't know what that means. I'm too old. Hit the Tyson bell. So look, Evander the Real Deal Holyfield said that they're talking, and he thinks it's a $200 million fight. Hold on real quick. What we got? Oh, we got the real pit bull. What's going on, Chico? My man Chico Lopez. Hit the like button. Salute, love the channel, growing a healthy community. No hate. Yep. Only knowledge and fun. Yes, sir. Chico Lopez, positive vibes. My guy, Chico. Hey, yo, Chico Lopez, man. Let me tell you something, man. What Teofimo Lopez been doing is just it's benefiting not only the lightweight division, it's not only benefiting the current landscape of the sport of boxing, but it's benefiting the future landscape of the sport of boxing, because these young guys are looking at a different type of person that is successful, right? When you look at Ryan Garcia, knockout, that's successful, taking each other on, being hungry, calling each other out on Mike Tyson, hot boxing with Mike Tyson, and all those things. That respect for the icons before you, respect, anger, being a warrior, having warrior spirit, aggressiveness, like you always say, gamemanship. That right there, those are qualities of somebody that would be successful, at least in the sport of boxing. If that is, resonates with the younger crowd. Now, instead of looking at a different type of success, they can look at this and say, this is success. The grit, back to the gritty days. And I think Teofimo Lopez is exemplifying that. So shout out to Teofimo Lopez and what you're doing, and who you're reaching out to and who you're helping, man. That's much love to you. I saw Teofimo Lopez with that WBC watch. I know that probably came from you. So shout out to you, Chico Lopez. Jonathan Hill, Manny did pass the torch to AB and Thurman. They just couldn't catch it. Oops. Okay, well, maybe in that point, maybe that's the Canelo point. Floyd was like, here you go. Never mind. So here's the thing. Let's get to this Evander Holyfield talk. Evander Holyfield is Team Holyfield and Team Tyson are talking. Evander Holyfield thinks it's a $200 million fight. And he said at least $150 million fight. And it sounds like Holyfield wants a pro fight. The way it sounds, it doesn't sound like an exhibition thing. It sounds like Evander Holyfield wants a Mike Tyson Holyfield 3, not exhibition. Like, Evander Holyfield he's a warrior on the level of, dude, that's kind of, boy, you are crazy. hit the Tyson bell. He's like, yeah, it was cute. All right, what was going on with Roy Jones, and like, that boy's crazy. You know what, Biz? You're right. He threw the torch at Canelo. Yeah, he threw the lighter fluid and and he threw the torch. AJ RX Floyd's whipping and embarrassing Canelo is the opposite of passing the torch. That was Floyd hugging the torch close before tucking it in his back pocket. Hit the Tyson bell. And then Jay! What's up with all these J's, man? J Rules Theory? Jay! Y'all gonna be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I'm through with you. Shoe program. Hold on. What up, Biz? Do you think Holyfield Tyson fight would be an exhibition or a 12-round? Right. King Kong ain't got nothing on Biz. There you go. Hit the Tyson bell. That's the thing, Jay. Holyfield wants that third fight, and honestly, bro, it's kind of crazy, but I'm for it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm for it. DP, Biz, don't know S about boxing. Okay. Rip, Roger May. Much love. Hit the Tyson bell. Dude, let me tell you. Another one. Holyfield shows again why he's always been the real deal. The Tyson bell. Yeah. Holyfield showing that he's a real deal. And my thing is this. Let's go back some years. I'll just grab a guy, for example. Let me think of a guy. probably the GOAT, one of the GOATs, Jack Johnson. All right. Do you know how old Jack Johnson was when he fought his last professional fight? Do you know how old Jack Johnson was before he fought his last professional fight? Throw out a guess number. 48, not bad. 60, not bad. Nope. I'm gonna tell you. 55, close. He was 53. Jack Johnson was 53. He knocked out Brad Simmons when he was 53. He knocked him out in the second round KO. Look it up. Jack Johnson was 53, bro. What Holyfield is talking about and what Iron Mike Tyson is doing isn't that new. It's been that way since boxing started. It's been that way. Old men back in the 1700s, middle-aged men, rather, not old men, old boxers, but middle-aged men. Back in the 1700s, back in the UK, those guys would leave, retire, and then come back and fight professional fights, even in pubs and stuff like that. They'll be fighting well into their 50s. This isn't new. It actually isn't new. It's actually old. It's actually old. Now, my thing is this. The reason why I'm for it, one, I am very, very inspired by warriors who have that hunger to be in a war and don't let it die. Hit the Tyson bell. You have one life to live. And if not being in war is dying, then live. I'm not saying be alive. I'm saying live. Live. And to all of you, live. Don't just be alive. Don't just be alive. Live. Who do you owe? You don't know. You don't owe any. ShowBizz kids out there, close your ears. You don't owe anybody shit. You don't owe anyone a debt. You think you do. Not your husband, not your wife, not your damn kids. Okay? Live. Make sure you live. You got to live. Because if you don't live, you cannot give anyone you love a great experience. You're so busy not living. You're so busy not being happy and alive. And it's great positive energy that makes other people around you be great themselves. They feed off of that. And you can't do that just by being alive. You got to live. So when people tell me, hey, ShowBizz, how can you be for these older guys fighting each other? They're living. They're living. These rules that people make up because of what they can't do. They have their limitations. So they make these rules for you. I asked my brother one time, ShowBizz brother, shout out to you. It was his birthday. I said, hey, man, how old are you? You know what ShowBizz brother said? He said, I don't know how old I am. I said, wait a minute. I knew how old he was. I just wanted him to say it. I was going to joke on him. He said, I don't know how old he is, how old I am. He said, everybody got their own clock. Everybody got a different clock. I'm 40 years old. Somebody else's 40 ain't my 40, bro. We're not all the same 40. Hit the Tyson bell. Live. Every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I ever been. Manny down. Iron Mike Tyson closes the deal 100%. What my man say? In the bank. In the bank again. So listen to me. You look 30. You see what I'm saying? Thank you so much. After you say you look 30. I'm not everybody's 40. There's people who look younger than me, who's living. All right, man, look, tell him, Biz. So here's my thing. Here's another reason why. Oh, wait a minute. Just released. I realize how many subs you have now, over 70K. It's incredible. I remember the Creed 2 video at like 3,000. You come such a long way. Into Tyson Bell. Yeah, I hope I'm allowed to the premiere for the Creed 3. That would be awesome, man. I'll talk that up. I'll talk it up, right? I'll talk it up. Try to make sure I'm at. So here's the thing. Another thing about another thing about why I'm for Mike Tyson versus Holyfield is this. In my opinion, there was no Holyfield versus Tyson 2. Best community ever. Thank you so much. In my opinion, there was no Tyson versus Holyfield 2. This would be the rematch. While everybody is like, yo, Mike Tyson bit Holyfield. Oh my God, this is a big story. Whoa! Hit the Tyson bell. I was like, dang, bro. A new memo, boy. I was like, dang, bro. I didn't get to see the fight. I was sitting there like, dang. Oh my God, the bike fight. This is incredible. It went viral before the internet. Everybody, I'm like, damn. I wish I would have seen them fight. I don't care about, how much this broke the news. I don't care. I wish I would have seen them fight. So for me, this would be the rematch. All right, I'm kind of running out of time. Let's talk about what Abel Sanchez said. Abel Sanchez said that Errol the True Spence would beat Terrence Bud Crawford. Cap or true? Let me know. Abel Sanchez. He said, Abel Sanchez, the trainer, he said that Errol the True Spence would beat Terrence Bud Crawford. He said Errol Spence is too big for him. The too big threw me all the way off. But cap or true? Look how he's being honest. Look how split we are. Look how split we are. Why not? I love Sanchez, but he's capping. True, capping. Sure is true. Abel was on drugs. Look, you can't call it cap. Look, I think Errol the True Spence would beat Terrence Crawford. I've been saying this. It's a very close fight. I don't know for sure. If I would have put money on it, I'll put it on Errol the True Spence to beat him. Okay? But I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 55-45. Okay? So I'm not at all. I think Terrence Bud Crawford is a all-around more skillful fighter, but I don't think he will beat him. All right? That's okay, though. Everybody is allowed their opinion on this. But to say Errol is too big. I think Errol is strong, and I think Errol, how can I say this? I think he's strong, and I think the punches that Terrence Bud Crawford gets hit with, he can't afford to get hit with Errol Spence, and he will get hit with in the bank. Hit the Tyson bell. He will get hit with against Errol the True Spence. Abel said, but as far as too big, my bad. Before I say it, I understand that Terrence Bud Crawford came from lightweight, but he was always way too big. To me, when I saw him standing next to Kell Brook, I said, holy hell. Terrence Crawford's a big kid. That dude's a big kid. Don't get it twisted. When I saw Errol Spence standing next to Terrence Crawford in the hallway, I was like, Terrence, a big boy. Don't get it twisted. Now, if Errol is too big for Terrence to fight the way Terrence fight, I can understand what Abel Sanchez is saying. But what Abel Sanchez also said, too big pause, was what Abel Sanchez also said was Errol the True Spence is a fantastic boxer, and he's a better boxer than people give him credit for, and that is no cap. I've seen Errol Spence outbox guys too many times now. So that is no cap. Errol Spence can box. I don't know why people see it as Terrence Crawford is the boxer, Errol Spence is the tank. Errol Spence can box, and Terrence Crawford can tank. Hit the Tyson bell. I've seen Terrence Crawford does nothing but knock out welterweights now. Hit the Tyson bell. He's knocking out more welterweights than anybody else. He's knocking them all out. Terrence Crawford can tank, and Errol Spence can box. Terrence Crawford ain't much of as good of a tank than Errol Spence, and Errol Spence isn't as good of a boxer as Terrence, but Terrence can tank, Errol Spence can box. That is a great fight. That is a great fight. That's a great fight. You can't outbox Bud, but you can outbox Bud when he's tanking and out-tanking when he's boxing. You got to understand, this is going to be a chess match between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. It's about who can adjust to who the quickest and make the second adjustment and the third and to adjust back. Who can win here is going to be the name of the game of that fight. It's not here. It's not size. It's none of that. It's who wins here. Who can adjust to who win. Who can make the better adjustments is what that fight is about. Can he outbox him? He doesn't. You don't plan to outbox Terrence. You don't plan to out-tank Terrence. You plan to do them all. Hit the Tyson bell. But you got to do them all at the right time. That's how you do it. Spence reminds me of Vernon Forrest a bit. He reminds me of Terry Norris a lot. In the bank. That's what that fight is. I agree 100%. That's what that fight is. 100% what that fight is. Now, if it's a mental game, now we got to see who's mentally stronger, who will be mentally more prepared. And that's where a lot of people side with Terrence Crawford. And I get that. I get that. Totally get it. Now, Mikey Garcia said that we got 15 minutes, so let me hurry this up. Mikey Garcia said that he wants to take on Terrence Bud Crawford. He said if Terrence Bud Crawford can get from under the top rank umbrella. Here's my thing with that. I don't want to see Mikey Garcia versus Terrence Bud Crawford. I don't need to see it. All right. Honestly, Mikey can fight. I heard Mikey was like 180 pounds right now. Hit the Tyson bell. Mikey's walking around my size right now. He's a big kid right now. Okay. So, I mean, I'll take Mikey versus Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? I don't need Mikey versus Terrence Crawford. And for real, for Mikey to not be doing anything and think he can just up and take on Manny Pacquiao and just up and call out Terrence Crawford, it's just like, I mean, I don't know where he's at. I don't know. I guess he's a welterweight. He's been fighting at welterweight, but I don't know really what he's doing. I remember Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia was close to being made, or at least verbally, they were talking as if it was going to be something. But I'm feeling a strange vibe when it comes to Mikey Garcia, and it's just like, I mean, I want to see him doing like Adrian Broner, right? Adrian Broner fighting Manny Pacquiao. I was kind of like, how you going to give him that fight? Which Adrian Broner doesn't have an opponent. You guys seen that? That was a perfect segue. You guys seen that Adrian Broner doesn't have an opponent come February? My man called COVID. What was his name? Pedro. Maybe I got it in my notes. Maybe I got it in my notes. Yeah, Campa. Pedro Campa. That dude got COVID now, and now they're thinking, what is Adrian Broner going to do? Yeah, Campa. What is he going to do? Now, they're bringing up Regis Prograis now. Hit the Tyson bell. At 140 or whatever fight he can make. I think that'd be dangerous for both guys to just do that in short notice. That'd be strange. I remember Mikey Garcia was talking about he say something in Spence, yeah, an ass whoop. Yeah, funny. He sees something in Spence. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah. He caught the vid. He caught COVID. Campa did. So, you got that situation. So yeah, and don't forget that fight is supposed to be the co-main event for Otto Wallin versus Breazeale, which I think is a fantastic matchup. It was good to see Breazeale back. After that knockout, he went night-night. Like he went night-night from when Deontay Wilder knocked him out. He went night-night on the canvas. He went night-night from social media. He was Breazeale was gone. it's good to see him against Otto Wallin because now we get to judge what Otto Wallin is really about. I don't know if he's a Breazeale level fighter. I really don't. I know he caught Tyson Fury with a crazy gash, but Tyson Fury were able to just still outclass him with a big gash. He couldn't even hit him again. He couldn't reopen it enough. That type of gash, how early he gashed him, the fact that he couldn't do anything says more about Otto Wallin than Tyson Fury. It was just like, I know Tyson Fury is an incredible fighter, but dang, Otto. So Otto Wallin versus Breazeale, I think that's a good fight, at least for me to analyze it, to look at him and say, okay, critique him and see what's going on with him. We gotta run through this now because the hour is almost up. Let's see. I want to talk about Teofimo Lopez. Let's end it with Teofimo Lopez. I do have some stuff to say about Usyk, but I can wait for tomorrow's live stream. We could talk Usyk in tomorrow's live stream. So let's talk Teofimo Lopez in the bank. Now, Teofimo Lopez, Eddie Hearn, he said that Teofimo Lopez is asking for a $5 million minimum to take on Devin the Dream Haney. Hey, Biz, I really don't see nobody beating Canelo out there. Canelo is really that dude, bro. What you think? I think Bivol could probably beat him at light heavyweight. There's some light heavyweights that could probably beat him. Better BF can probably beat him. So, I think up there, there's some guys that can probably get with him. I'm very curious on Jamal Charlo. I'm curious on all them boys. I can see it. I can see Jamal beating him. I have money on Canelo. I'm very curious to see what Caleb Plant and how that looks. I'm just curious, So hey, any of those boys can beat him. Canelo isn't impossible to beat. So I'll just love to see it. David Benavidez, I just love to see those fights. Hey Biz, I really don't. Wait. Oh wait, I already read that. So Teofimo Lopez. Eddie Hearn said Teofimo Lopez asked for a minimum of $5 million to take on Devin the Dream Haney. I'm not sure how real that is. And he's gone on to say, hey, 5 million, 7 million, 8 million, 10 million. Well, here's the thing. And I think Devin the Dream Haney is asking for 3 million. So here's the thing. I know the IBF has ordered the George Kambosos fight against Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez, that's his IBF mandatory and all those things. But they were talking about fighting in Australia. They were saying that they were going to have, a crowd and stuff like that. But Teofimo Lopez is saying that stuff is falling apart with the travel ban and just everything is falling apart with that. So Devin the Dream Haney has as much of an opportunity to take on Teofimo Lopez as George Kambosos does, especially with Teofimo Lopez knowing what the people want. I don't think Teo wants to disappoint the people. So you can kind of see that in Teo. So with him wanting the Devin the Dream Haney fight, Devin the Dream Haney, he has a mandatory of his own. He got Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia looks like he's not interested, that he want to take on Tank Davis, but somehow Fortuna is also a mandatory at the same time. It's strange. Mauricio Suleiman doesn't really have all of that stuff in order yet. It doesn't really seem. It's just a very confusing thing. But Teofimo Lopez is undisputed, so at least. But we'll clear that up more than anything, more than Mauricio Suleiman saying it, more than I'm saying it. Hit to Tyson Bale. The more so than anybody saying it is for Devin the Dream Haney and Teofimo Lopez to fight. Okay, we can side on whatever side we want, but if they fight each other, that clears everything up. So I think Teofimo Lopez, he deserves the fat portion of it because he is undisputed, or he's holding most of the titles, whatever you want to say. And like I said before, I think the money, look, and here's the thing. I know a lot of you were trying to challenge me when I said the A side should be the champion. And there were a lot of you in the comments trying to challenge me, saying that the popular person should be the A side. Do you guys still think that the popular person should be the A side? I just want to close this up real quick. Why do you guys still think the popular one should be the A side over the guy with the belts? What do you guys think in the war room? Oh, man, I drank all my... Nope. No, it shouldn't. No. Right. Why the exposed pecs today? Well, you missed when I had that conversation. I thought it was always champion, but absolutely not. Nope. One dude said yes. Hell no. Popularity does not make you the champ. Right. Look, if popularity, let me say this. If popularity makes you the A side, we're going to ruin the sport that way. Hit the Tyson Bell. If y'all all into the pop ruins everything, okay? In the bank, we will ruin the sport that way. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you, the UFC would trump boxing so big. Boxing would be not just a novelty sport. It'd be laughable if popularity is the A side. It would ruin the sport. Let me tell you why. People are already looking at Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather as garbage. We don't want boxing to go that direction. But that's a popularity contest. That's nothing but popularity. That's not skills. That's not championships. That's just popularity. So out of one side of our mouths, we know that ruins the sport in the bank. That at the extreme. Let's talk about the extreme of things. If you send that message to the fighters, to the sport, you send that message, then people ain't going for belts. They're not taking on the best. They'll be trying to get their Instagram popping. Skills or no. Let me get my Instagram popping. I don't have to pay the sanctioning fees. I can just fight the other popular guy. So then when people see that there's no overhead and more money, so I don't have to pay for sanctioning fees, forget the belts, and I just fight the popular guy and I just get the money, then the best won't fight the best. It wouldn't behoove you to be a very skillful dude, and then you have a sport full of people who can't fight, but people who are popular. That's the extent of it. That's where it would go. A bunch of yahoos who's popular on Instagram fighting each other. Boxing would be dead. You want to kill the sport? Pay the dude that's more popular. UFC would be known as the combat sport. It would be the number one. It would be the combat sport over boxing, period. Champion should be the A side. Pop is just hype. Yes. In the bank. You don't see past your foreheads. Anybody who believes that popularity contest can't see past their forehead. You got to look further. You don't want to send that message. That's why I gave so much love to Teofimo Lopez earlier. He's sending a different message. So, in the bank, hit the Tyson Bell. So my thing is this. Pay the champ. Pay the champ. Right? Teofimo Lopez has asked for $10 million. I'm not a businessman. I don't know. I'm not in the business of boxing. So I don't really know with the overhead and everything if that's just unreasonable. Eddie Hearn said it's unreasonable. So Eddie Hearn said, hey, why don't Teofimo just talk to Bob Arum? Bob Arum understands this. Bob Arum would talk to him about what is the right dollar amount we should negotiate. Because Eddie Hearn is like, I'm not going to talk about those numbers. Okay. So you talk to Bob Arum, he'll let you know. Because Bob Arum's going to think about the overhead costs. He's going to think about all those things, that there's going to be a crowd, how much we could get through the door, all those things. When the fight should be, all those things. Right. And then they can talk. So I don't think in the bank, hit the Tyson Bell. I don't think Teofimo Lopez is pricing himself out as much as he's trying to say, I'm the champion and it's time for the big dough. That's what I think he's doing. I'm the champion. It's time for the big bucks. And I think he may be jumping to it. Even he said it in this live on Instagram. Everybody wants to be businessmen. Did you guys see when he said that? Everybody, all these fighters trying to be businessmen. Well, that's including you too, right? So Teofimo, he's going to talk to Bob Arum or whatever that is. I don't really know the sense of everything. Maybe he's worth $10 million. I really don't know. All I know is the fact that they're talking about a possible fight means everything to the sport of boxing right now. It's a beautiful thing, and it's very positive. Very positive. That's why Pac is higher in history in my books than Floyd. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hit the Tyson Bell in the bank. So thank you all, man. This was a fantastic live stream. I made sure it was concise to an hour. I noticed, a lot of people watch my live streams. I don't want to take up so much of your day while you're trying to That just to let you guys know, the reason why I make sure that try to make sure that it's an hour is because for the rewatch value. So people can not feel that, hey, I got to watch ShowBizz. So wife, I can't be around for 2 hours. Kids, I can't take care of you. You feel what I'm saying? Or the wife, husband, I can't, ShowBizz got his chest out today. ShowBizz adult. I'm out. Huh. Thank you all for the super chats. Everything you did there. Thanks, BK. Shout out to you.